Hi, welcome to the Overtime Chatter. I'm here with you on this September the 4th, Labor Day holiday. It's Monday and it's quiet in here, so I figure I watched the reunion last night, so I'm here to recap Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, finale part 1. I'm going to title this, They Was Getting on My Nerves. Okay, so anyway, we start off with the ladies coming out. Andy sitting in the middle of the floor doing some kind of yoga, meditating. He gonna need it. And then the ladies start coming out one by one. I think Kenya comes out first, and they start coming out. So far, everybody seems like they're okay. They just everybody seems like they at least on speaking terms. So anyway, when Andy sits down, hey ladies, how you doing? Sheree, oh God, you look like you got fresh face. And she tried to tell her, yes, her face is fresh because she got her nose, it looked different because she got her nose done because she was having a breathing problem. So while she was there getting her fibroids looked at for shrinking or getting her titties fixed, she said, can you fix my nose? And he was like, yeah, I do ears, nose, throat, and titties. I do them for you. Anyway, I lie on TV and just get caught. So I think he goes to Marlo. He talked to her and said, "You looking awfully thin." And she says, "Cause I'm taking that them shots, the medicine from them people that's diabetic, so I can look skinny. I'm ready to wear couture clothes. I want to wear the runway size. She gonna look like a fucking skeleton, cause she is tall. They be looking thin like they hungry. So anyway, next to her is I don't know. Is Courtney out already? I don't know who the fuck sitting next to her. Ooh, 1 minute 57. That cousin already. Okay, then to the other side of him is Drew. Then after Drew is Kenya. Then after Kenya, it's it's somebody. Oh, Candy. Oh, on the other side of Sanya. I mean of Marlo is Sanya. So anyway, I ain't like nothing really nobody had on. I would say Candy looked the cleanest as far as neatest. Marlo shit was nice, but it should have been shorter. It should have been like that. That fur should be like the cape, and then put a what you call them a line, a C for A-line dress that was short with some nice little cocktail shoes. All that dragging that whole fucking blanket over the floor. I already started cussing, so her that damn blue shit she had dragging on the floor looked ridiculous to me. I thought Sonya looked nice, and she was the plainest. Looks like a simple dress, simple, elegant hair. I don't know what she had on her feet. I think her gown was long, but she looked relaxed. No whole bunch of jewelry or nothing. Her accessory was her baby bump. I thought she looked the best. And Candy just looked clean, and I don't like that. I like if you're gonna show me some titties, I'd rather see the cleavage. I don't want to see the under shit. The under the boobs thing like your boobs is being smashed like tomatoes or plums or something. And it looked like they sweaty. I just wanted somebody to take a towel and just get up under there, get that sweat out. Like they were sweaty in that little hole. So I didn't like that, and I liked her pictures. I didn't like her sitting down. I didn't like her hair either. It just didn't. It just I don't know. It wasn't a bad look, but it wasn't her best look. So Sanya win hands down. So anyway, he Andy started asking questions. He look at Sheree and he was like, "Hey Sheree, see what your grandbaby? You got Martell. You busy? Your face look different. This and that, another thing. What's going on with you? He said, good to see you, Candy. I'm surprised you made it to the reunion because you so booked and busy. Why was you missing from so many episodes?" She just told the truth. I was greedy and I wanted to make more money, so I overbooked myself. Sorry. She didn't say that, but that's what the fuck happened. She overbooked herself, and it's because she greedy. She like money. So anyway, um, Kenya started talking about. He asked something about is he divorced from Mark yet, and she was like, no, no. That was they had to have more than a divorce. They must have had some kind of contract with that shit too. So she's still tied up on her sister. She's still married. And then she goes to say that she in trouble because it's the divorce is being held up now because she in contempt of court because Mark said that she put the baby in danger, specifically because Marlo was kicking the door and he saw the episode. Then you hear Marlo say so softly, I'm so sorry. I had no idea she was in. She was like, what? Kenya was like, what? I had no idea. I didn't mean to put her in the middle of our BS. I didn't mean I am so sorry. What? Yo, what? What are you doing? So I guess Marlo really didn't apologize until now. So she said, yeah, it's true. And Kenya just bust out this piece of paper. Here's just a subpoena. You got to go to court to me, and you as my witness. So anyway, when she passed it, I don't know why she didn't think Andy was going to open it. So he hung up the paper. He saying shit on it. He ain't say that, but he probably was thinking it. It's like ain't shit on the paper. It's just this paper say subpoena. And she kind of grinned. Everybody just bust out laughing. And I ain't really laugh because you know what it made me do? It made me not believe nothing is big. Oh, and then she gonna say they gave me the wrong paper. Kenya, you smarter than that. That's what she said. They gave her the wrong printout or some shit. No, you went online and printed out some paper and they fill that shit out and thought could have had the line. I mean, it don't matter. We was gonna find out the shit was empty once he handed it to Marlo anyway. I don't know if she was trying to do a moment or not. If she was trying to do a moment, okay, you got it. But I didn't make me not. When you lie about shit like that, like court and being in jail and shit, it made me be skeptical of your situation. And here lately, here goes sidebar, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but I be watching YouTube shit, and I don't know who broke with the story first. I swear, I wish I could get them credit, but you probably already heard it. That salon that Kenya opened up ain't really no fucking salon. Is that she rented an event space to make it look like it was gonna be her salon to get her a storyline, and somebody who apparently don't really care for Kenya. I don't know. She's probably somebody hardcore other housewife fan or whatever. But they went and found out that it is an event space, and that shit that they showed us, that lobby is the event space for the lobby already. So she was on some bullshit. So anyway, let's get back to her because I think she told another lie. And they started talking about something else. She subpoenaed Mark's records because I guess when you're in court, you can subpoena shit if the judge approves this, whatever your request is, it can be subpoenaed. And she had to get Mark's records, and she got his phone records. And the phone records within the phone records, she saw Marlo's phone number. And Marlo's like, "No, you ain't seen my number." She said, "I did see your phone number. I don't know. Did she show it to Andy? Whatever it was, Marlo wasn't looking that confident. So they was like, what was said? And I was like, what the fuck does it matter what was said? Why the fuck are you calling my husband? What are you calling him for? And then Kenya said, you was calling him to get dirt on me. And then Andy said, how you know? She said, because I asked this motherfucker, you didn't think, did he not think, did Marlo not think that her husband Mark wasn't gonna tell Kenya that Marlo, especially if she asked, "Why the fuck is you talking to Marlo?" He gonna say, "Shit, that bitch called me. I ain't call her. What the fuck she want? She wanted me to know if I knew some shit on you." She thought the same shit that Courtney and Ralph were doing 2 years ago. Marlo thought she could do that too. If Kenya and Mark are amicable, and she wasn't really feeling Kenya, wonder what Mark gonna say. Well, is what he say gonna match what Kenya say? That type of shit, which is some dog ass shit, and that's why I tell you I don't fuck with women. I swear I don't. If you're a woman and I'm friends with you, I gotta love your ass because I don't play. I don't play this type of shit. You had no business. I don't care if you was calling that motherfucker asking for a band-aid. You wasn't supposed to call him. You called somebody else. So, and I thought it was cool that if that's what happened, Mark called. So anyway, it was like Kenya. So anyway, Sheree fucking with her about not having a man. Really, Sheree? You're a liar too. You tell her he got Martell got that big D energy, but he telling motherfuckers he ain't even never touched you. You claiming him saying y'all serious. He said y'all ain't. I mean, the shit say contract all over it, and word is on the street is that this motherfucker said you owe him 15% of an episode and you ain't pay him his money. And then you lied again because you said Martell called to have people for your friends to go out, and then you said you put it together, and it's just a fucking liar. That nigga ain't got no money, and everybody know he ain't got no money except you, obviously. Well, you know he ain't got nothing now, and then I seen you in the episode with a Steve McQueen bag, Alexander McQueen. I think that's what it is. I hope you ain't buy that bag. You ain't buy that bag yourself. You too tight for that. So anyway, they start asking her, how come we'll never see Croy or Roy on the show with you, Kenya, if he's supposed to be your man? She said, well, he's a little turned off now because she probably ran him off. I ain't bullshitting. He ain't called in nothing. Again, all them coincidental calls we was getting when they had to be together, we ain't heard shit from his ass. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he don't want to raise Mark embryo babies. I don't know. Maybe he don't want kids. Ain't no telling. So anyway, they was like, Kenya, how come your man don't come on the show? And she said, to be honest with you, oh, something along the something along the path of this lie she get ready to tell. He won't come on the show because uh Marlo talking about him saying that they dating. Ooh, who wanna know that she did? It was some bullshit. He ain't came on the show because y'all probably ain't together no more. We ain't seen no pictures of you with this nigga no more either. So come on, Ken. Just tell the truth. That's what I'm saying. I'll be a real housewife. You want a real housewife? I'll be a real housewife. Goddamn, I'll be a Gina, a black one. I would dress better than her from the Orange County. I be her. I be living that little ass house with my grandkids, my two adult children, and my dog. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna have no that man shit. You can forget that. I ain't fuck. I mean, I ain't. Now listen. Don't get me wrong. Love a man, but I ain't gonna love no more of them like I used to love men, like husbands and shit. You can forget that. Yeah, that's done with. How my daughter say? My daughter go do some shit like. That's that. That. Some shit you do. I'm that. I ain't doing it. So I would be a Gina. So I'm just saying. So she keep talking about he got big dick energy, but she said she had to pull away because he was just too noisy over there. What you mean too noisy? You ain't had to pull away because y'all wasn't never together anyway. And I think once that motherfucker clowned you in front of your friends at that dinner, you was like, listen, this is ridiculous. And he gave you a little ass pocketbook too. Mm. Again, you said, listen, I just can't. And he ain't got nowhere to live. I guess you said, fuck that. And then that revenge porn thing, because Kenya asked about the revenge porn thing. We ain't supposed to say that in our thing, but I'm sorry. They don't give me no fucking money anyway, so I'm just gonna talk. Um, she's like, yeah, he was trying to get his wife with revenge porn. And then she's like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know that. And when y'all know damn well when Sheree started talking fast, that bitch knows she just don't want to claim nothing to it. So anyway, they start talking about the her party that was supposed to be for the grandbaby. The sip and see Sheree, this the sip and see Sheree party that it was she didn't know about that. She lying. She talking about she didn't know that grown ass girl existed. As small as Atlanta is, and the circles that they run in, you may tell me you ain't know this nigga had a whole baby on you, a whole woman on you. As small as y'all say Atlanta is so small, Sheree, that you apparently in the next coming part two of the reunion, you got letters, email, text, or copies of messages supposedly from the girl Ty, who Drew seen in Texas somewhere. The world is small. That's from Texas, and you right in Atlanta, and you gonna tell me you know that motherfucker had no whole nother daughter? Girl, stop. And then what kind of relationship you got with your kids? Did your kids not tell you because you gonna go the fuck off? They didn't think you was gonna handle it. I mean, not go kill yourself or nothing, but off yourself or whatever. But like, what that motherfucker I can't believe? Because I know that motherfucker had another kid. And he just did a jerk move. Jerk move for a jerk. To a jerk. I'm just gonna keep it real. So anyway, Candy and Sharita just start going at it. She start one say mop your floors in your greasy restaurant, which is not a read because restaurants have greasy floors. It's food, people, it's traffic. Then the other one say then Sheree get up and twirling. You could never, ever. Now nobody really want to look like you that hard because actually you start to look like Drew, and that was fucked up too. I don't look like Drew. As a picture, you do look like Drew. You just don't want to say. And then she said, if I look like Drew, that's a. She said, oh well, that was one of my best pictures. That's probably one of my worst pictures. Line, you did not look bad in that picture. That's what I'm saying. This bitch ain't even a housewife. She ain't been a housewife before the season even started. She was getting a divorce. It don't matter. She just ain't gonna go nowhere. She like a fly. So anyway, you would never, you could never. And then Tammy can't. Which come say, get you. Yeah, you might not get no shots to your body, but you sure get them in your face. And she was like Candy is cute. Candy is very cute. And then Sheree, you older than Candy, so you supposed to look older than her, you know that. So you doing shit to your face, and then y'all just arguing. And Andy is saying, "Can y'all keep the noise down?" This motherfucker, he get them, he bong and shit, and they still talking. Fuck that, and you ain't this. And they start talking about your business, and then Sheree pulls out her newsletter. That's like 4 or 5 pages, all that shit. Just anything that she could pull from any magazine, any Yelp review, anything that was derogatory about Candy, she pulled that shit. I ain't steal nobody ideas. So they showed the dude saying that Candy and them stole the concept for OLG. But I remember the first time I heard about the restaurant, I swear it wasn't even Candy who said it. It was Todd, and she was looking at him like a restaurant. He was like, "Yeah, let's open up a restaurant." First time I heard that shit, it came out of Todd's mouth. I ain't lying. I don't know what episode it was season, but season it was. But if anybody listening to me and listening to this, and if that shit was real and you heard Todd say it, just put in the comment, I did. I heard Todd, or yeah, that happened. So you steal ideas, and then she went and got some clothes from somewhere, and Kendra was like, "Bitch, you can't do this." She said, "Everything that you came down that runway on, we ain't see none of that shit on your website. And you know why we ain't see it? Because you ain't pay for that shit." And she's like, "You don't know, here go a piece of paper from the lady saying I paid." Okay, first of all, you had more than one person working on your designs and shit with you, so you bring the letter from the lady that you did pay. You didn't think about the other vendors. And I ain't never been to court, but I can remember when you was building Chateau Charade, you shit was getting leaned on your house. I think they put the boards up around that motherfucker so you could keep out. I'm not telling no lie. So you might have settled out of court, but your ass was getting sued, or you had a lot of liens on your shit. So stop acting like that. Stop acting like that's what I'm saying. Just be for real. People would like you if you for real. That's why people say they like her better when she around her kids, because you seem more real. You seem so aloof, like you don't know you're supposed to pay bills. And then when Andy say you have a strange relationship with your bill, I pay my bills. Blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. Ain't nobody never said nothing about the Apple man or Elon Musk. I'm a bill collector talking about them motherfuckers got money to pay their bills. Why wouldn't you? If I had some money, I'd pay mine. But see, the thing with me is I gotta pay my bills and then have some shit left over. Cause I'm in the position that when I pay my bills, I'm waiting to the next check, and I ain't did shit. I ain't went and got no nails done. I ain't got my hair done. So you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes I feel like this. Everybody ain't getting my goddamn money. Whatever little bit I got, you can have some of it, but I'm keeping me some. And I get something done for myself. This shit is crazy. I want to give me some lashes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't, I'm not working. I'm disabled now, so I'm living on a really fucking fixed income, and this shit is crazy. But it's all good. God got a plan. I ain't complaining. If he brought you to it, he'll take you through it. And I ain't got no choice. I ain't gonna go nowhere and sit down and die. And when I fucking want something, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Yeah. I could be a cause of the interest rates rising. I could see it. So anyway, I'm right with you, Sheree, but I ain't gonna be on TV getting goddamn money and don't pay people. That's crazy. I'm not gonna be a Kim Zolciak. Well, shit, this bitch get money, but she gambling. So anyway, they just arguing back and forth, and this is where they get on my fucking nerves with this, because I'm older, so now I can't grab everybody's shit. Like you can't hear. I mean, I really have to tone in to just to catch a good read, because sometimes a bunch of bullshit on different frequencies, and then it'd be that one that fly above all of them motherfuckers. Like I think Candy had one when she was like, "What'd she say? What did she say?" It'll come to me. I just gotta come up on it. So anyway, yeah, like this one. I like this one. She said, "Sheree, you a low down, dirty ass gutter bitch or some shit." I like that. And then she said, "Stop that shooting in your restaurants." And she was like, "Listen, get off of that shit. What else you got? What else you got?" So then she said, "Look at this. Look at this. See, over here is this much, and over here this dress. Look at her fashions. Over here is this much, and over here she charging this." and she was like, I could do that, bitch. I'm not claiming. I can charge that price because I'm not claiming I got original designs like you are. You saying your shit. I don't know who the fuck made my shit. I just needed to be good quality. I make high fashion, affordable, and quick. I'm rack ready. You come in that motherfucker and you gone. Like a rain tags to me sound like a rainbow, that chain, or a rainbow. Who else? What other store I used to shop at when I was a kid, when I was a teenager? A rainbow, maybe like a 579. That type of shit. I think that's what's in. Maybe a better quality, maybe, but that seemed like to me in my head, like the shit that Rashida got impressed in her store from Love Marriage. I mean Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I think that's the shit that can. Anyway, they just get back going back and forth and they talking about fashions and shit. And she got this paper and she handing the shit out to everybody. And Andy, he want to keep one and shit. Candy said, "Shit, give me one." So if Candy got a flyer, you already know what she get ready to do with that. She get ready to turn that motherfucker into a multi-million-dollar business. She probably gonna do the same type of paper. She probably gonna do the same. She gonna do something else. She gonna make that shit a movie. She gonna do something. And sidebar, I heard that her people was gonna do the Wiz. If they do the Wiz, I want to go see that. I think she's gonna do it on a Broadway play or something. Hope it travels and come to big cities. So if it does, it'll come to Nashville. So anyway, we proceed. So anyway, I don't know. I put down here all her newspaper is the hate, it's a hating ass whole news. That's what I called it. And she by Sheree. And then Andy asked Sheree if she made any profit off of her business. She said, "Come on, Andy. After 2, 3 years, you don't make any money okay, when she started stumbling, the answer was no. So it ain't been 3 or 4 years that you've been working on this bitch. It's been like 15 or maybe 13 or 14. So then she said, "Oh, I have something for Drew." And they're like, "What? What you got?" So anyway, she said, Drew said she didn't get a bag. So behind her, she got a bag. So she pulled the bag out. And then she walks up past Drew and goes to Candy. She said, "I want Candy to open up." Now, this would fuck me up. After you talk shit about me on TV like that, you wish you could never, you could ever, and you need to wipe your restaurant floors and stop that shooting over there at your restaurants and your fashions that tags and some bullshit, and ask me to open up touch your nasty ass raggedy bag. She did it though. So she said, "What? Something gonna jump out at me?" That's why your ass shouldn't have opened it. If that's the first thought in your head, but she opened up anyway, and inside it was a accent and scene. I know I ain't get it. So anyway, she gave her the bag and shit. So anyway, y'all, this whole entire episode, Candy Faces. I was like, damn, she ain't having a good time. So anyway, Andy started asking Drew, "How do you feel about that when you heard Kenya say that your video was low budget?" And she's like, "I really heard, because I'm doing it on my own and I don't have any backing." So that bitch always acting. The way she acting now is how she was acting in past. So it lets me know if she was acting like that in past, she's acting like that now. That bitch is just a natural. She act all day. I ain't got no problem with it. She just, she Drew. She acting, she lie. So she says, um, how was shooting with Candy and them. And she said, "Oh, it was good. It was real tight. I had a bed and food and a shower and blah, blah, this." He said, "So why you say that bullshit then about you won't be doing anything under Lifetime anymore?" And she was like, "Because I ain't get paid my serious money." So something about her I think Marlo said something about her getting paid $10,000. And she said, "I ain't getting paid no $10,000. Candy said, She didn't get paid no $10,000. So she said, whatever my actress is in my scale. Bitch, you shouldn't have took the job. And you know why you took the job? Well, because of this and this is his first time. Then shut the fuck up. Don't complain about the pay. If you took the job because it was his first time and y'all friends and you really need the goddamn job because you get ready to get a divorce and it look like Ralph gonna drag your ass till he can't drag you no more. That's why you took it. Cause the other movie places ain't knocking on your door. And we do understand that you are actors, but you are actors that ain't working. And a lot of y'all motherfuckers ain't working right now because of the strike. So you should have been glad you got asked. And I think this really hurt Candy feelings because shit, for I know, fucking Moneta, she played the lawyer. She could have did your part. She act just about as good as you, and she ain't no fucking actress. So anyway, let's move it on. So anyway, Andy asked Candy how she felt. She said, I felt a kind of way about it, but fuck it. The movie's made. And I don't blame Candy. Candy, y'all sit around, y'all fuck around with the wrong shit. This girl, y'all fucking with her. She ain't been around this whole season talking about Candy. Y'all still fucking with her. But you know what? While y'all fucking with her, one of her series, one of her little spinoffs is supposed to be coming back next year or two or so. She done promoted her whole fucking movie the whole season. And she did it with such finesse because she promoted her fucking movie on Bravo using, and she had to promote it. Was no way, even y'all was helping her promote it. Drew, you in the fucking movie. What are you talking about with Ralph? The movie. Manyard in the movie. What are you talking about? You're talking with Shamir about being in the movie. The fucking whole shit. It was free fucking advertisement. And then this is the killer. The fucking movie went off before the damn reunion. This bitch making money. And y'all sitting around complaining about the dumb shit. And you help her, Sheree. You fuck with her and did this newsletter. I'm telling you, this bitch, she gonna make a shirt. She gonna do something. She gonna capitalize on your bullshit. And you know what it is? I ain't that crazy about Candy. She's showing her slip a little bit. But she just like other people. After a while, I feel like that too sometimes. You do shit for people, you do shit for people, do shit for people. Now I try, it's hard not to hold shit. If you change somebody's life, for real. If you change somebody's life, you make a difference in somebody's life, like show up on their YouTube channel and they get an increase in subscriptions. Or you going on a trip with her and her family and she pay for the whole shit. Flight, food, room, she paid for kids to go to school. She gives motherfuckers opportunity. She give people in her community opportunity. So I'm not gonna be mad at her. And then sometimes when you do a lot of shit for people and motherfuckers and everybody turn that shit, it hurts. It really does. And it make you say, okay, don't fuck with me. So at the same time, I still understand she's still a businesswoman. She building her power. No, nobody want people. Why they want this with Candy? Want this with Candy? Because don't nobody want to contend with her goddamn fan base. 10 million people is a lot of goddamn people. Yeah, when you one person. So you dance around her, you know what I'm saying? And this is how she's successful. I don't know if there's any celebrity, whether A, B, A list, B list, D list. I don't know anybody that's that interactive with their fan base, and that's why because she making money, she making moves, but she still act normal. Remember what you call him said, Courtney? She ain't scared, she ain't scared, or whatever the fuck she said. So anyway, let's keep it moving because, let's keep it moving, let's keep it moving. So anyway, they start talking about it again. I don't want to hear about it. So Drew started talking about, no, it's not like that, Candy. She said, are we good, Candy? Candy like, bitch. No, Candy was like, bitch, you won't be in no another movie. She ain't say it, but she looked like it. So they started on that thing with the kiss. I'm so tired of talking about this goddamn kiss. I don't know why Candy keeps saying she got proved that she's. Why the fuck? It don't matter. You can know the truth and she could say that's how men wind up staying with their wives when they get caught cheating. Because even if that bitch got pictures, she got that shit on film. She got other people that seen it and all that shit. As long as that woman keeps saying she ain't do it, after a while, people gonna believe her because she believed that shit so much. She convinced me. I told y'all when this shit aired, I said, "Fucking, she ain't kissed no Latoya. I kissed her because I want y'all to stop talking about the shit and move on." So you were here again. So anyway, we good, and Candy like, "Bitch, if we good, then then good ain't good." So So, and to what Drew's story was is that you just trying to it's that's Candy Cody talking. That's her sex line, her sex brand for her toys, her game, her adult toy line. They take that to the dungeon. And she was like, you was just saying that shit to boost up the movie. And she was like, dude, I wasn't trying to promote no movie, but she ain't had to promote her movie. All the motherfucker y'all was doing. You was talking about it with Ralph. You talking about it that when I shoot the movie, I'm gonna be gone for 10 days. When I shoot the movie, I'm gonna be this. When I shoot the movie, then y'all show the read. Then the production showed the reading of the shit. Then I had everybody there. Shit, you had to be at the movie set to be considered for work for the day. So who the fuck? So she ain't need you to promote that. So this Drew just lying. And then you see Drew. I think when his first started, somebody had asked her one time years ago when she first came on the show, or a year or two after, have she ever kissed a girl? And she said, yeah. And then in her confessional from a couple weeks ago, I've never kissed a girl. Bitch, who won't believe anybody? It don't matter. It don't matter. This is what this should be called: the line house of the Real Housewives of Atlanta liars, because that's what this shit is. Lying housewives. The Atlanta lying housewives. There you go. And then Candy at the one she said, you know what, Drew? I used to be like feel the type of way about Ralph, because the way I see him gaslighting you. She said, y'all sit around that motherfucking gaslight each other. The way you just sit here and finesse that shit and said that shit to make it look like some other shit. Y'all, you and Ralph perfect for each other. I feel sorry for that motherfucker. So she was like, really? I said, nah. Drew said, are we good? No, bitch, we're not good. So that's when you hear Marlo, which is killing me because most of this whole shit, Marlo been quiet. Who the fuck is that? It's like I'm gonna tell you how she act. Marlo act like she hiding me, like she took a Xanax or something so she could relax. She too relaxed. So anyway, and then she didn't. But I could see little pieces of Marlo personality coming out. Come over here and sit with us, Drew, with the pretty girls. Shit like that. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. So anyway, they was talking about what was the big deal about the video, and she said because Marietta and all of them out now, I think. So Andy lets Drew know South Africa is in Africa, and he tells Kenya that the Portugal is in Spain. It's not in Spain. I don't know what the fuck. Damn, I'm even confused. Leave it alone. Marlo says she's sorry about messing with Drew. So she said, I seen that he looked like they was together. So now I'm just tired of this shit. So anyway, Marietta finally gets out of there. So Andy asked Drew, can she talk about the divorce? Damn, I got her. She talk about divorce. And she said, well, I don't really want to because we're in the middle of some shit. And, I got kids. And I want to be respectful to marriage. So Drew said, so anyway, Drew said she, she don't know. I don't know. I just don't even really want to deal with it. So he said, y'all still in the same roof? She said, yeah, and it's difficult. She said, yes, it's very challenging. As of course you know that it is. And I side note, he had he just sold a condo that he owned before he married her, and it was sweet because the person who investigated this, can't remember where I heard it from. I gotta start remembering to jot notes down. That he went back after they got married and put her house on the deed, and he paid like $137,000 for the house. And when it sold, he only owed $6,000 on his mortgage. So he did a good sale. I think he sold it for, they said, like 215,000, I think. So he made a nice little profit off of that. So anyway, they live in the same house, and I think they're stupid. I think that she should have kept the house, but I think that's the problem. They both want that fucking house. That's why he won't move, and that's probably why he sold the house too. But he would have to, if her house, her name is on it. He put her name on the deed, so he got to give her. He can't cash the check and shit without her signature on it if she's on that deed. So I think that's why he sold that house, because they both want that damn. Because what she lives in Atlanta is considered a mansion. I think it's 6 bedrooms, 9 baths. Yeah, it's a nice little spot. So they both gunning for that motherfucker. So that's why I think he neither. I think that's why he didn't move back into it. He just sold it. So when they at court, he be like, I ain't got no house. What the fuck you talking about? The only house I got is the one we living in. So only other thing I can think they would do if they fight for their house is a judge force them to sell it. So Marlo chiming in again. Yeah, I talked to Ralph. And I was like, the fuck is you talking to Ralph for? Just, he was wishing that they working out. Bitch, stop calling people man. Mind your fucking business. Talk to Skyly. And that's another thing too. I told you I knew she was having sex with Skyly. No, girl, I'm not having them. And bitch, you a lie. I knew she was having sex. She said, Andy, I'm having sex with him. I know you having sex with him because if you wasn't, he'd stop fucking with you. Because he like to have sex. I'm just saying. So Monet and Courtney come out. And then Andy asked her about this bullshit relationship as cousins with Ralph and shit. So she did a whole speak on it with Candy, and she was talking about how she been a better friend to Ralph than Drew been a wife, and what Ralph said they do too much goddamn talking. And they said that they not sexual with each other, but I don't know if he trying to just find out information on Drew, but he doing too much to tell on their business, and that shit is very painful because, like I told y'all before, I don't know, when I first started, just we got on the subject of divorce or something, and I said it really hurt my feelings that how my ex husband, I keep saying my husband, I'm just gonna say my husband, fucking, um, but y'all know, um, he he would talk about me. Okay, he married one of my friends, right? And that friend of mine was married to his friend, who was somebody that was his best friend. I'm just giving you that part of the backstory. That's all. So me and her are friends together. We like couples. So it's hard for me. It hurt my feelings to know that I was married. I know you've been with you married to you for almost 30 years, and I know you for over 30, and you laying in the bed talking about me to her. And she in emails and shit regurgitating back the shit that you said. Man, I felt that shit. That shit was a sting of betrayal like a motherfucker. It really was. So for you, Marlo, to be calling my husband when you know we're going through some shit, stay the fuck out of there. You see what I'm saying? You should watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, because that's the same shit that girl named Sierra and Bambi and what you call 'em going through. Real quick, Sierra and Erica Menez are friends. Erica Mendez is divorcing her husband. Her husband and Sierra talk on the phone. They was talking on the phone about business or whatever, because they friends. Or he would call her and get advice on how to keep his marriage together and that type of shit. She would talk to him because she married too. And her husband is friends with Safari. Well, one day Safari called her and said, "Can't you tell I really like you? I want to be with you." And it fucked the girl up, and she was like, "What? I don't even like this corny motherfucker." So she didn't know what to do, but was fucking with her. So she finally went and told her friend, "Hey," and she know her friend and her husband is a dog. Her ex, she knows this motherfucking dog, the father of her kids. She know he a dog. So she's like, "Look, this is what happened. You can see the text messages. I'm telling you what I said." Now, mind you, he her husband ain't gonna come tell her shit. So Erica Mendez get mad and she called her husband, who she divorcing, and tell him, "Say, man, told me you trying to talk to her." And he spun that shit so good that she was like, maybe you was trying to get with my man. What, bitch? So anyway, I'm just saying, mind your fucking business and stay out of shit, Marlo, because they ain't got nothing to do with you. So anyway, and the same thing with Brittany. I mean, Courtney, I don't had nothing to do with her. So anyway, she was, I ain't call her a bitch, and she arguing with Ralph's wife, who was Drew. They're going back and forth and shit. So it's just dumb shit. It's the same thing. You ever, never, ever talk about my kid again? And she was like, you don't think? She said, I ain't say nothing about your kid. And she said, yeah, you did too, bitch. You ain't know you was mic'd up. And she said, yes, I did. Oh, you talking about that? I knew I was mic'd up. I knew I was mic'd up. That's why I kept repeating myself. So anyway, I don't know why Drew just sat there and kept arguing with her. I just would have got up and slapped that bitch. That's what I would have did. Yeah, I'd have just shut her down, then let her take me to court and shit and sue me, her cousin or whatever. So anyway, um, we see, um, you know, they talking about how Marlo changed with her life coach. Marlo's still an asshole. She still starts shit. She still was hollering at Drew and shit to ask her if she was gonna apologize about that, and she was like, I did already. And she said the boys was good, and Courtney's still helping her clear her record, and she's also getting help with Phaedra. I don't know why she's helping Phaedra, because I heard Phaedra only ever won one case, and that might not even be true. Um, so again, why your man don't come on the thing? And Kenya just said, Marlo said, um, with her, Kenya said just Marlo mentioned his name and turned him off. So I say to myself, Kenya, shut up. You ain't with that motherfucker no more. That's what's going on. You lying too. You lying. You said, and he won't. Ew, he just don't want to. If he a grown ass man, how Marlo fucking scare him? He ain't coming on the show to see Marlo. He coming to support you. Fuck what somebody say. So like I'm saying, he won't even come on the show to support you. So that shit is done and over with. So um. Marlo, uh, she just don't care for Kenya. She jealous of Kenya. She don't like her, but she love her some Courtney, and she love Courtney, and I hate that. So anyway, start talking to Nanyetta about that collusion shit, and she was saying because they looked like they was all getting up together, and then I don't know, Courtney like, girl, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Pretty much what she told her, and you know, she said she wasn't, she said that shit again. She said that Candy was ghetto, and and that none of this shit is important to her. She laughing, and she just shouldn't have had her on. And Sheree said, so anyway, whatever, Sheree and Monyetta might have had words, and Sheree, because Monyetta said Sheree was lying that, um, that Marlo slammed the door in her face, but the door was so heavy, and she was saying, "How I see you back there? If I knew this and that, and then, well, you gonna apologize?" She was like, "No, she gonna apologize for calling me a hyena." So I don't know how that went. So, it was only who called who a bitch and who was a bitch. So they get on Kenya again because they said she said she was gonna do the halftime show, but the people at the school said they ain't know nothing about that shit. And then y'all heard I told y'all I think that her salon is being fake. And they asked Candy, where the fuck you been again? She said, I overbooked. Like I said, she was greedy. So anyway, Courtney tells us that Ralph is hurt and that Drew holler out, Courtney don't know me. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. And don't you speak on my son. And she threw a plum over there and they rolled on, I think, that that bed spread that Marla was wearing. So it's only supposed to be two parts to this, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like when they do that. I can't hear them when they howling over each other and Andy howling, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, and they're just still going on. And it's just, first of all, they too grown for that shit. I ain't gonna argue with you. I mean, I guess people want to hear reads and shit, but it really exhausted me. I don't like Courtney at all. I think she's trying to get a peach real, real hard. I do like Allison, the sister. I like that Allison seemed like she was just real honest about shit. I ain't heard her been told said no lie yet, and I hope I don't get her that she don't get caught in one. So I'm looking forward to watching too and to take a break from these motherfuckers because they just I'm tired of them. And it looks like I don't know. It looked like Candy just done outgrew the show, to tell you the truth. And Kenya, she went on like some type of tour and she talking about how they cut her shit out of production and how she want to do a film with her daughter in Paris. And I don't know. I mean, people might want to see it. I don't think they want, I mean, they might want to see one or two episodes of that shit, but I don't think nobody want to see no 3, 4 months of you and your daughter in Paris because we see y'all now in Kenya. And I mean, y'all have sweet moments, but we don't want to see that shit all day. I don't want to hear her practice speaking um French with you and shit and Chris. I don't want to see that shit. I don't. I'm not interested. Do another spinoff. Do a spinoff where you really opening up a real shop. Or do a spinoff where you actually is getting a goddamn divorce. Or all of y'all could do this type of spinoff. This be your story. Your story be to tell the fucking truth in your storyline. Can't pay your bill? Say you can't pay. Hold the motherfuckers up. Let us see the electric bill. What the electric bill is. Do a Kim and LaCroix. We can't get enough of these motherfuckers. Everybody think everybody like to see everybody rich. I'm gonna tell you something. People like to see motherfuckers struggling too. I mean, I'm sorry to say it, but you know it's true. People like to see motherfuckers struggling too, because they like to see somebody doing worse off than them. They almost in the dark, but they more ready to look at somebody that's in the dark already. So tell a real storyline. Tell a real. Can you want to have a baby? You're attractive. Go fuck somebody and have a baby. That people do that shit all day. You getting old or don't fuck nobody. Go do that shit. You got the embryos. Fuck what Mark says. You gonna go back. Listen, if God don't come tell me not to do it, do what you want to do. Because you doing what you want to do anyway. You taking money, open up spaces in event centers. You and her, and I told my daughter, I said, "What's mommy and me clothes?" She said, "Oh, mommy and me clothes. Mommy is beautiful. It's when your family, they had family and me clothes and mommy and me clothes, and when your whole family dressed together, the mom and the daughter." And I said, "Oh man, that's kind of cute, but ew." So my daughter said, if people doing that shit, it's very expensive. So I say she bullshitting. Let me look on Alibaba and AliExpress or whatever and see. That shit is expensive. Yeah. So anyway, I'm just saying, just do something. And Candy, okay, you need to show us the stay. You need to stop moving and spend some goddamn time. You want to give us a different storyline? Spend some time with your fucking kids. And sidebar again, I seen the picture of her daughter, the one that's in college in New York. Beautiful. I don't know if she on the Ozempic or not, but wherever she at in her way, she need to stop. Don't take nothing else. She don't look like the same person. She was like she just fucking transformed. Um, and then she right, just get the fuck off the show. You know what I'm saying? Just get off. You ain't got no. I mean, having a man ain't the whole world because I ain't got one. And to me, not having one is better. I ain't lying. And you ain't got to deal with the bullshit, the stupidity. Because, we all like to tell we beautiful and we look nice. But how long them niggas tell you that shit for? Once they get comfortable with you, they might tell you look nice when you go to church on Sunday. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? When you first start off, they rubbing you on the ass and telling you this and that, and y'all together on the couch watching TV. And next thing you know, you in the couch on the couch by yourself because this motherfucker done took his ass to bed. They just changed, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, like I said, I have been lonely by myself, and I have been lonely in a relationship. So if I'm gonna be lonely at any time, I choose to do this shit alone. So it's cool. So Sheree, fuck with your grandbaby. Why don't you do that? Babysit. Be a babysitter. Watch your kids. See if Cairo and them will throw you some change, to get the diapers and shit. Or go to work. Get a fucking job. I love people in Hollywood. Can't nobody go work for fucking Phaedra. Don't you like her? Just do something. Courtney, go back where the fuck you came from with your jewelry, which they call just jewelry, paperclip jewelry. I wouldn't even put the paperclip down that bad. I ain't see nothing on this site I like. I went and I looked. I ain't see nothing on Sheree's site I liked either. When I did, the shit was too high. I'm not paying all that money for a She by Wrinkle. Nah, fuck that. That wasn't no good read, huh? I'm not buying that goddamn shirt. I ain't getting no hat. I don't even like it. The hat look like it's stolen from something. It don't look original to me. Big ass S on your shit. I am not interested. And then that bag you gave Drew looked cheap and vinyl. You just do. It don't look leather. I don't remember you saying it's leather now unless it's stitched in leather. I don't know. But anyway, 49 minutes, 45 seconds is way, 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 way too long to be giving the Real Housewives of Atlanta my energy. So you could have been anywhere in the world with your last 50 minutes. I shouldn't say last, as if we ain't gonna see each other again. But you was here with me, and I'm glad to see you. So I will see you back here next Sunday or Monday talking about this bullshit again. So anyway, you have a good day. Oh, leave a comment, dislike, just talk to me. I want somebody to talk to. Just talk to me. Okay. Bye now.